I want to talk about Inside. Obviously, you went on that. That was actually... No, maybe that's not the right time frame. I was thinking like when you went on Inside, I was there like, okay, I have a feeling you'd only do this if you really wanted to actively make, quote unquote, a return to like making content regularly. Would you say that's fair? I'd say foot in the door I wanted to reconnect with everyone. I'll be real. Like as in, so I was doing my traveling. I get the call middle of Sri Lanka on a tuk-tuk. Hello, we've got this Sidemen show. Do not say anything to anyone about it. And they went into the detail and I was just like, I'll be real. Like if they were like, oh yeah, there's no budget, I probably might have been like, because I was making my Snapchat revenue and exploring and doing everything that I wanted to. So we were like, yeah, there is budget. And I was thinking like, fuck, I feel like this is the right time. I've learned a lot about myself. I'm not this like bitter Joe Weller that's just thinks the world's against me and wants to fight everyone. You know what I mean? I was more just like calm with actually who I am. And I thought like, yeah, like this is that like fair play. They've actually wanted to reach out and include me in something that sounds really exciting. Let's do it. And how did you find it? Because you actually went out surprisingly early. I thought you were going to go deep into this thing. Yeah, but that's because it's the people that were inside with me that were voting. And like... What do you think it was that got you voted then? Were you rattling people in there? I'd say there's an element. I rubbed certain individuals up the wrong way. Because in those sort of situations, it only takes one or two people. Yeah, I do feel like the ones that were wanting to perform for the cameras, I rubbed up the wrong way. And I don't know. Yeah, I think the girls, obviously with the Manrika incident, like they obviously voted, and then a couple of the lads that maybe felt a little bit, I'll be real, like intimidated. I don't know. Like, yeah, then next thing you know, I've got the majority and I'm out. But as well, we didn't know how people were going to win the money. So the fact that they voted Leah out next, who was definitely a favourite, like it made me think, are they maybe targeting the people that were winning challenges? So I was like doing the best in all the challenges. Is there an element of that? Leah being a fan favourite, did they just want to get rid of the people that people might actually like? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. So... what was your favorite part about doing it? Are you glad it sounds like you're glad you did it. Yeah, I'd say my favorite part was walking out. Getting the fuck out of there. And just like all the boys just sit there and just chatting like the friends that look realistically deep down we are. Yeah. That was the first time that I'd seen the Sidemen boys in actual ages, like properly. And, you know, we stand backstage talking about it all. Like, that's when I found out they'd been watching the whole time and been so heavily involved. And it was just like, this is like, what have we been waiting for sort of thing, you know? I'd say that was the best bit. But in the actual house, I didn't sleep at all. Again, it's the shared room. Oh, yeah. And also the lights probably went, if you took these two bright lights off, that's as dark as the room went at night. It wasn't dark. There was still lights lighting up the room. Did you get eye masks? So, no. And your pillow as well. So I brought in like my pillow thinking, that might help. And my ear, like ear cancelling, what they call fucking earplugs. Yeah. And they took them away because they were like, anything that anyone's bringing in, they're going to use that as part of the game to buy. But I was like, guys, smart. On a level, like in order to actually be like do me and what you're paying me here to do, I'm going to need that. I'm going to need to sleep, bruv. And I think that's why people were saying like, you were quite quiet. That's because I was there literally like no sleep, trying to get through the day, bro. Well, I'd love to see like the camera of you, like, you know how you get like the cat's eyes and there's just these two eyes in the corner. It's just that'd be stressful, man. Because when I'm tired, I get mad, irritated, and you're with loads of random people you don't know. You're getting fed. Sometimes they do that intentionally, though. And I don't know if they did it, obviously. Probably because you're trying to provoke different emotions from people that they wouldn't, and get them to act ways they usually wouldn't. Yeah, and I guess that does happen on these shows. How did you think of how I responded to the situation when it was kicked off? This is how I know my brain is fucking fried, by the way, because I've watched the whole thing and I can barely remember like any of it. It's not that long ago, and I watched the whole thing. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you. I mean, you done. I thought you did well. I was there. I was watching it. I was there like, it's so difficult. And not only that, I always tried to put myself in the shoes of, like you said, it's almost like you've been mentally tortured for a few days because you're stuck in this room. Like you said, you're probably not getting much sleep as well. So to be able to handle it and still be a character as well, in the sense that be funny, and, you know, when the camera in the diary room, like that was fucking hilarious. So it's like,
to still be able to do that, I think people don't realize how difficult that is.
Well, people, it's because obviously a lot of people were like, oh, old Weller would have like roasted her there and then.
Yeah.
And like bit to it and just gone fucking, gone crazy.
But you did still have a bit of a reaction to
Yeah. Like part of me was like, I didn't want to bite to it there and then and show, because obviously right now you're trying to get a reaction.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm just not going to give any of that. But then, I just find it,
What would
mental.
this current Joe Weller, how would you react to it now? Do you think it would be different than how it was on the show? Think you'd handle it in a different way?
I don't know because
do you think you handled it
I
in
don't
the
think
right
that
way?
whole biting and getting angry and just losing my head. That's not my approach to things now. And I think like as much as that's entertaining,
You don't want to do that.
it's not fun.
all.
It's that's me. Like that's not fun. Like that whole like fucking, when I'm wearing the orange t-shirt at the KSI first Misfits.
Yeah.
That's like, I hate seeing that shit. Like it's always on TikTok and I'm like, me then was me like just so my ego, I was bitter, like all of the things that like I don't want to be, like that all got displayed on that day. And even though like I know deep down I was in the right with like I was just trying to defend myself, like the way in which I went about it and then carried on by then saying, oh, let me just like fight everyone, fuck all the Sidemen, all of this. It's just, what are you doing? And it's, man, like I just don't want to.
But at least you had that opportunity to go from there. Like so many people just get stuck in this like spot and they never get that opportunity, or they do and it's like so far gone that then they look back and they're just filled with.
It's impressive as well.
Right.
Like you can look back on it and reflect on it and speak about yourself in a manner that most people would never be able to do because of their ego and the way they'll always go through life and be like, no, in that situation, I was right. But you can look back and be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should have handled myself differently. I should have been like this. And I don't want to be like that. How can I change the present so that my future is different?
Yeah, I feel that.
So you're like learning and growing.
And then,
Good shit.
because obviously they've announced Inside Season 2.
Yes.
What things would you change for that? I don't know if it's been filmed.
It's already been filmed. I was meant to work on it and last minute
Oh, okay.
it got changed. But
Okay. What would you change about it as a contestant that's been on there?
Yeah.
How would you make it better?
so I would make it go completely dark at night.
Nah, fuck them. They need to go.
No, it needs to just let them sleep because it would be funnier. And then I would say there's got to be public interaction, voting. Look, it can't just be the people in the house, because if you get a little click, but it's like the click of dickheads that are just trying to like play up to the camera and be wankers the whole time. If
that were to happen,
hypothetically, mate,
if
if that actually was the case, then you just end up losing people that maybe the viewers actually wanted to watch. I will be real, like I think, and then
public interaction for sure.
Yeah, because then the people that get to the final may be like actually not the deserved winners or finalists, and